Baltimore's Inner Harbor. We're live from M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off from Baltimore. Rasheen Ali on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Brandon Stevens, drafted by these Ravens back in 2021, on the stop. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. They'll air it out on 3rd. Escapes his grasp. And this is lofted deep down the middle. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Escapes a defender. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So now it's the Jets getting that on offense for their opening drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Fields out of the gun. He's going to tuck it and run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Fields. It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Jets first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Finds a man right side. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Hall running between the tackles. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go right back to Hall. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. A pistol snap, Fields. That's caught. He finds Alan Lazard. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Toss play. This is Hall. And they danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
They got out ahead of that one, and good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented a big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. A good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Fields now on 3rd. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. The kick by Folk is good. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Continuing to move past the 45. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
Well, things weren't about to end after the 1st hit or the 2nd. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to run for it. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
It's Henry on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Here's Henry on the option. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead.
The score, Ravens 7, Jets 3.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Jets take over.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throw left side. Taylor has it. He's taken down after reaching the 30. That play made by an all-pro from last season, Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Fields on 3rd. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. Nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Great spot to start a drive in here. The Ravens set it up 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
All set to go now from the 35. Out of the gun, Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Another run for Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Baltimore 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They get 6 and a first down as well.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson keeping it himself. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1. More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
14. Jets 3.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They start the drive at home. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
Listen, this guy's reputation certainly precedes him in any game he's on the field, but it doesn't always keep QBs away from challenging him, especially early. But you know what will deter quarterbacks? Results, and those are the results he's looking for.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. He's brought down before the return gets far. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay 1 play ahead of their defensive foes.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Running once more with Henry. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Changing it up here, jets it. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that first down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Lamar's going to keep this one. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens making a 3-score game already in the first. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Here's Luke for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
Ravens 21, Jets 3.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Jets offense now set to take over. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Fields to throw it. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. From the gun, it's Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields. Hits him on the in route. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Complete to number 85, Mason.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. Bit of an early blowout, 21-3. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Here's Fields to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hall. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. Finds him on the crossing route. And he is down to the 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's another Jets 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Jets.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Now Fields again. Looking underneath here for Hall. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Fields. Rolling left, buying some time. Jukes away from one. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you've got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Hall takes it straight ahead. Great decision to bounce this outside, Brock. Gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Hall once more, and he will take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game.
21, Jets 10.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Jackson now on 3rd. Getting out to his left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Short side option here. He's running left. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Gain of 24 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st down from the 42. The motion a receiver left. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Jackson keeping it himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, Some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up second down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Lamar's going to keep this one. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Well, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Lamar. Throws caught. And this one doesn't go far.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. Third down. Lamar now from the gun. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Ravens stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 18. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. First down now, ball at the 33. Shotgun snap to Fields. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Was there defensively.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Fields out of the gun. That's to the sideline and caught by Lazard. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Here's Hall running his own read. Jukes away from one. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's incomplete on second down. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Throwing this one back of the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground, looking like an effective dual threat thus far. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets it downfield, on target to Flowers. It's a pickup of 26. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless. Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game, and sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Jackson. Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Got to figure out this third down here. Here he goes, third and long. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Makes a tackle, he's still going. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. Back deep is Williams. And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The Jets out to begin another drive. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. They fake the handoff. Now Fields. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he won't be able to add anything else onto the end of this catch, so it's going to be a completion to the 25. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Jets first down.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Off play action, it's Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is second down and 18. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Fields now, third and long. Setting up the screen. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right along. Where I sit and judge defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. And an inside give to Hill. Through the second level at the 40. And he's all the way up to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it could set the table for more.
So first down from the 41. Jackson keeping it himself. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
The tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, give to Hill. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Hill, the ball carrier. Jamie Sherwood on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up
It'll be second down and 9, but not just yet. It's only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing it up here, Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So that brings up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Give right up the gut to Hill. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Hits his running back. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down. The Jets take their first time out as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Loop knocks it through. The big lead gets even larger, Brock, before halftime.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Wangu now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. Steps up and he's running with it. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down is just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Fields gets it out wide quick. They muster a little down to the 30. Tackled there by Mike Green.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Another throw for Fields. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
This is Nick Folk on for the Jets field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick by Folk is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here's the final play of our first half. Hill again. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Longu now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the New York offense returning to the field. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They start the half with a gift to Hall. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Here's Fields to throw. He keeps it and takes off. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down from the 42. Play action now. It's Fields. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
They set up the screen here for Hall. Play not developing as they'd hoped. So that's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore running its offense out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Now give it to Hill. Escapes the defender. Good running here on first down as he works his way forward for about 8.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Go right back to Hill. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Jackson. This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Plain zone coverage in the NFL. We focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
One of the tight ends motions right. Lamar now from the gun. Likely Sky, right side. And on a small gain up to about the 32. Jarvis Brownlee there to make that play.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They motion Bateman over right. Jackson now on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Takes it in at the 26. And he rips this all the way to the red zone. Excellent return.
At the 15-yard line.
Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the third. Breece Hall with the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game.
31. Jets 20.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Ali to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's Lamar. Setting up the running back screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Handoff now to Hill. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. Throw here, 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Lamar. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Had the chance to escape with a pick. Defense got to buckle down now as they line up for 2nd down. Lamar's going to keep this one. He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. From the gun, Jackson has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Hill. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-possession game. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Here's Luke for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 18.
Ravens 38, Jets 20.
All set up. Here's Loop to kick it away. On return, here comes Davis. He dodged the tackle. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And his attention has gone to all of their receivers, Brock. This guy has continued to do damage in the passing game as well. Quite a weapon they've been able to use him as throughout this contest. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Connects with his back, Hall. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Short side option here. He's running left. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read, and it winds up losing them 3 yards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Forced out to his right. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Andrew snags another one. And he has this down to the 34. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw for Jackson. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Hill now from the gun. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jackson off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. And that's where they're going to be set up for this 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And off-headed right. It's Hill. And they're turned away again. 2 great defensive stands. We've arrived at 3rd and goal. These last 2 snaps, oof, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Setting up the screen. Oh, no luck. He tried. He was frightened, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
It'd be kind of fun, Kate, to be able to measure these coordinators' blood pressure or temperature, because the 3rd down screen for negative yards, I promise you that coordinator's heated on the sidelines.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Luke knocks it through, and that stretches the lead to 21.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Fields out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for for the second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Ravens going with a dime package now. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
They're up now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. That's taken in at the 42. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Hill on again. He's headed left. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. All set to go now from the 35. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Here's Lamar. Has him on a quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To the air on 3rd and long. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Lamar back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again.
48, Jets 20.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Mongu now to return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Jets offense now set to take over. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First down now, ball at the 33. Now Fields. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They gain 11 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. Here's Fields. Quick slant to Lazard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Fields to throw. Right side, this is caught by Taylor. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Jets first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 32. Another throw for Fields. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. And they're going to throw out of the gun. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Mitchell. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this third down play. Now it's Fields. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Coach can plead his case all he wants, but we know it's going to fall on deaf ears. They call that interference, and it cancels their fourth down stand. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on second and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations, too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Jets cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Jets, 27.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now, it looks like one of the Ravens is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. From the gun, Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Jackson now on third. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Jets out to begin another drive. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. Second and 6 coming up here. Off play action, it's Fields. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
This is Lazard working the right side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Play action now. It's Fields. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
I can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. They do snap it. Here's Fields. He finds him beyond the marker. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on 4th down, and they get the successful conversion.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New York.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Fields out of the gun. Finds a man, right side. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy on that 1st down at the 30.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Fields sneaking in. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped it at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
1st down throw for Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. From the red zone on first. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
He'll try to do it himself. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Fields looking to throw. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game.
48, Jets 34.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Handoff headed left to Hill. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Handoff for Hill. He's running right. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
And 13.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Has his man, it's cut by Andrews. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Now we have a member of the Jets hurt after that play, and they'll need to get somebody out there to take a look at him. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Out of the gun, give to Hill. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Design run, Jackson keeping it. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against a front. Gosh, this QB just makes routine such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Jets into the nickel, 3rd down. This time he's looking to throw. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Jets take their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Inside give to him. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Hill again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. They'll come up on 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
29-yard line.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens feeling good with a 14-point advantage. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now run by Hill. Decent work on the run, but not enough for the first. The stop is made in time. It's 4th and short.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
The lead looks safe, but the pedal's staying down. They're going for this. So Reed here will get to Mitchell. This one loses yardage and loses possession. He's stopped behind the line. They're turning this over on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Throwing on first down. Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
Just an incredible, incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Here he is to throw. Flush down out to his left. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This one left for Lamar. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.